So, what is the difference between a cheap pub curry and a more expensive Indian restaurant curry? Well, today I'm going to find out because I'm going to be trying them both to see who's best. So let's start off first with the cheap pub curry. For the cheap pub curry, there was only one place to go after my recent videos, the Hungry Horse. You might be surprised by how cheap you can actually get a curry for in here. Let's head in. So here is the menu I'm ordering from, and the meal is the Chicken Tikka Masala. You might think the menu is small, but this is the £5 epic dishes menu where you can get all those meals for only £5. Is there anywhere else that you can get a meal for that price? I'm not too sure. I ordered my food with a cup of tea, which for some strange reason came in a paper cup. So either they ran out of cups or the dishwasher didn't turn up for work today. Either way, let's make a quick drink before the food arrives. Speaking of which, it was suspicious how quick the food actually arrived. I had barely gotten back to my seat and the food was already being brought to my table. Anyway, this is it. Let's have a closer look at what you get. You get a portion of rice, a little pot of chutney, the curry in an authentic looking bowl, and a poppadom on the side. Let's dig in. I'm going to start off with the poppadom. It's a decent size and I think it looks good. Let's break off a piece to try. Pretty good. You get a crunch as soon as you bite into it and a fragrant flavour too. It's not bad. But I think what we really need to do is dip it in the chutney. I think this is how we're meant to have it. Let's try it out. Decent. The chutney is thick and sweet, almost like a jam. I'm not too sure if it's mango chutney or something else. I can't really make out the flavour. It's more just sweet tasting. In fact, I think it might even have some black sesame seeds in there too, although you can't really taste them. Let's move on to the rice. It says on the menu that it's basmati rice, but I think there's got to be some spices running through it as well, going by the colour of it. Let's give it a try. Okay. The rice is soft and fragrant. I think there's probably some cumin or cardamom in there. It's not bad. Right, so this is the main event, the Chicken Tikka Masala. And I have to say, it looks good. I like the colour of it and there seems to be herbs and spices running through it too. Let's go in for a taste. A bit underwhelming. From first impressions, I expected it was going to be quite flavourful, but it's the opposite. There's not too much flavour in this. It kind of tastes like a spicy cream with that milky taste, so maybe not the best I've had. Let's try out some of the sauce with the rice and have our first combo bite. I think mixing the fragrant rice with the sauce might actually help it. Let's see if it does. It kinda does. It's time for the chicken. Now this in a chicken tikka masala has to be on point. You get about 6 pieces in a portion. I'm looking forward to seeing what this is like. Let's try it. Nice. The chicken is actually very soft. I was expecting it to be maybe a bit tough, but it's better than I thought. You get a subtle chicken flavour from it and it combines reasonably well with the sauce. Right, it's combo bite time. The first one is the chicken with the curry sauce and some rice. Here it goes. Not bad. I don't have any naan bread, so why not try out a bit of the poppadom dipped in the curry? Not sure if this is going to work, let's find out. Very nice. That's kind of inspired me actually, so I think I'm going to create the ultimate combo bite, all on a poppadom. So let's put some chicken with the curry and some rice all on top. This actually looks really good, and I think the crunchy texture is going to help it too. Let's try it. Delicious. And for a bonus bite, why not try out some of the chutney with the curry? I don't know if anybody has ever done this before, but let's give it a go. Not too bad. Overall, I was a little disappointed, especially after I recently had their fish and chips, which I liked. The best way to enjoy this meal is combo all things together, as individually they're a bit bland. But for only £5, is it wrong to criticise anything? So that was an okay chicken tikka masala. The chicken was surprisingly pretty soft. So the total cost of that meal was £6.89. Let's move on next to the Indian restaurant. So the Indian restaurant I decided to go to is called Kerala. It's a little hidden away as it's located on the upper level of this building, accessible only by this small narrow doorway. In fact, you might even miss it walking past. Let's head in. Could this be the stairway to curry heaven? Let's find out. The inside of this place I would say is pretty authentic looking, from the tables to the decorations. I arrived just as it opened, so I'm the first customer to enter, but it soon got busier afterwards. So I ordered basically the same meal as the pub, but I think you can already tell this looks a lot better. Let's have a closer look at exactly what I got. I got the chicken tikka masala with some rice and a side of salad, which is all included in the price of the curry. I got some poppadoms with chutney and an Indian chai tea. Let's dig in. I'm going to start off with the chai tea. It's an interesting cup and bowl arrangement it comes in, but I'm looking forward to trying it nevertheless. Let's do it. Delicious. It's creamy and milky. You can definitely taste spices in there. I'm guessing some cardamom or cloves and probably cinnamon. It's a great tasting tea, but very hot in temperature though, which I think is why it comes in this extra little bowl. The first thing I'm going to try is the poppadoms. So these are ordered separately to the chicken tikka masala, unlike the pub curry which includes it all. Get 2 in a portion. Let's break off a piece to try. Very nice. You know, I wasn't expecting the poppadoms to be that different to the pub, but I have to say, these are better. The crunch is not as hard, they're less brittle, but still enough to give a good bite. The flavours are stronger too. These are really nice poppadoms. That's got me even more excited to try out the chutneys. You get 4 with the poppadoms, and I'm going to try out each one. The first one I'm guessing is a mango chutney. It's got that orangey colour and thick syrupy texture. Let's try it. Delicious. You get a sweet mango flavour, and when you combine it with the crunch of the poppadom, it's fantastic. Let's move on to the next one. It kind of looks the same as the first, to be honest. I mean, are they the same or are they different? There's only one way to find out. Eat it. Delicious again. It tastes the same as the first one. I don't think I can really tell the difference. If there's anybody watching that knows if it's different, comment below. Moving on, now these are different. This first one has got big pieces of veg inside. I'm not totally sure what it is, but I'm guessing it's onion. Let's try it. Interesting. It's not my favourite. I think I actually dislike this one. It's got a sort of really bitter mustard flavour. It's totally the opposite of the mango chutney. In fact, I needed a drink of the chai to get away the taste. This next one is another where it's got pieces of veg in it. I think this might actually be garlic. Now the last one has got me a bit apprehensive about trying this, but let's give it a go anyway. It's the same as the one before. It's a really bitter flavour and way too strong for me. These last two chutneys were not my cup of tea at all. Speaking of which, I needed a sip to get rid of the taste. Okay, let's move on to something that I'm sure is going to be much more tasty. The Chicken Tikka Masala. How great does this look? I'm going to start off here with the rice. You do only get a small portion included, but the waiter did tell me that people normally order a naan bread as well. Let's give it a try. Very nice. The rice is soft and fragrant. It gives a good chew as you eat it. The little bits of crispy onions add a sweetness and contrast in texture. The coriander is lovely too. Let's move on to the curry. I'm going to try out a bit of the sauce first. It looks thick and creamy. The colour is fantastic and I can't wait to try it. So let's do it. Amazing. You can taste the herbs and spices in there for sure. It's creamy, it's sweet, it's got a bit of a tomatoey tang to it, and it's got a bit of a kick too, pretty spicy. I have to try it out with some of the rice and combine the flavours. So the crunchy sweet onions, fragrant rice and coriander with the creamy spicy curry sauce. Delicious. I can't wait to eat this chicken. You can see that it's not just regular pieces of chicken. I think this has been skewered and cooked on a grill or in the oven. As you can see holes where the skewers would have been. They're huge pieces. Let's try it. Fantastic. The chicken is soft and succulent, and the big difference here is that it's full of flavour. It already has a sort of grilled spice flavour to it, and then you get the creamy tangy curry sauce. I need to do some combo bites. So this first one is that amazing flavoursome succulent chicken and the curry sauce with the fragrant rice. Here it goes. Amazing. And for the ultimate combo, I'm going to put it all onto a poppadom, so you get that contrasting texture with the crunch. It almost is as good as having it on naan bread. Here goes the ultimate bite. Incredible. What a fantastic meal this was. It was all really tasty. Well, apart from some of the chutneys. But hey, that might just be me and you might like it if you try it. The presentation of the food counts for something, I think, and it was presented really well here. And I finished up this meal in no time at all. What a great chicken tikka masala that was. The chicken was delicious, really tasty. So the total cost of that meal was £22.40. So which was the better meal? Comment down below which one you preferred. So for me, everything tasted better at the Indian restaurant, from the chicken to the sauce and even the poppadoms. But the pub curry took it for price. So which one do I give the win to? So for me, I think I would say to give the pub curry a miss. Even though it was only £5, I think I would go for something else on the menu that was a little bit tastier, like the fish and chips. But what I would say is to save up and give the Indian restaurant a try, maybe for a special occasion, because everything did taste better, the service was better too, and experience. Okay, if you like the video, click on the thumbs up icon below and click on subscribe to come along for the next food journey, and I'll see you there.